Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we are just moments away from the start of Game 2 and that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch. If you're just now joining us, ICC picked up a 2-1 win in Game 1, trying to earn a very important sweep here in conference play when it comes to playoff seeding here in about a month. As it's going to be Wicker to start things off here on the mound for the Indians, and McReynolds will bat in the leadoff spot here for the Tigers as that first pitch in there for a strike coming your way at 5:15. That's a 5:15 Guaranteed Bank opening pitch.
Yeah, it does. Like you mentioned, ICC picked up that one grounded foul down the first base line. That's 0-2 count. ICC picked up that fourth conference win, so they're 4-7 now in conference play, where Northeast drops to 3-6. Looks like, Adam.
0-2 pitch, that one high for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. McReynolds, Sprawling, and McNatt scheduled up here for the Tigers in the top of the first. Wicker, your pitcher here for the Indians. We'll look at some numbers on him in a moment as that pitch low and outside. 2-2 now is the count. Lights are on here at the ballpark as, well, we get a little extended daylight now after the change of time, 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
2 or 3 weeks ago, yeah, something like that.
A month
Yeah,
ago?
could have been last year.
And that pitch just missing outside. 3-2 now is the count. Brad, let's take a look at some numbers there on Ty here this afternoon, or this evening.
Yeah. Again, Ty, of course, pitch fouled off right there. Freshman, and he did the DH duties in the last game. But freshman pitcher, 5 appearances on the year. He's got 1 win, 3 losses, 1 complete game to his credit, 24 innings pitched. As that one is grounded to Bo at first base, flip over to Ty, and they get the first out of the inning. Giving up, again, 24 innings pitched, 24 hits, giving up 18 runs, 12 walks, 20 Ks, 5.25 ERA.
Those stats being brought to you by Sam's Town Market right there in the heart of Manatachee. Sam Ferris and the rest of the crew proud to sponsor ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. So 1 away now, nobody on, and this will bring Sprawling to the plate. He's playing in left field.
Yeah, Sprawling had a hit in the first game as he fouls that one off for strike 1, but he was also a victim of being hit twice, Adam.
Yeah, ICC hit 5 batters in that game, walked 5, and also had an error. So we're going to try to avoid repeating that here in Game 2 as that pitch missing low and outside. 1-0 now is the count. Yeah, 1-1. Thank you, Laney.
1-2.
1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, Sprawling swung through that pitch, unable to, just barely got a tip on it, got a piece, but went back in the glove of Stone. Then that one's low and in the dirt. That's going to be a 2-2 count.
So Sprawling at the plate with a 2-2 count. 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the first. Game 2 between ICC and Northeast. This one popped up, right side. Right fielder's going to give chase. out in foul territory and will make the play.
Yeah, good job out there not giving up on it. And that was Luke Wood getting the start out there in right field today in the second game, but not giving up on the ball and catching it in foul territory, getting the big second out of the inning.
And now McNatt will come to the plate. He's playing in right field, batting in that 3 spot. That first pitch missing for a ball. We'll give you today's game 2 Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups in the exchange of the innings. As that pitch in there for a strike, 1-1 now is the count. Wind still blowing into the ballpark. As we said, very unusual to see the wind blowing in, as that one just a bit outside. 2-1 now is the count.
Yeah, release was off on that one. You could tell by watching him here, and the release was way out here. He released the ball too early, outside pitch.
Big, healthy swing and a miss there. 2-2 now is the count on McNatt.
Yeah, it's starting to cool off a little bit more. It is a brisk evening. Come join us for this second game here, 7 innings, and just might want to wear you a light jacket.
Ooh, that pitch just up for a ball. 3-2 now is the count.
Still got the concession stands going out here, and Laney says everything's going good in the concessions as that one's fouled back, but they've still got burgers and all kind of stuff on the menu out there for anyone. So
I got one of the burgers between games. It was outstanding.
So again, so come join us.
3-2 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. First Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, and a positive way to end the inning there for the Indians. McNatt kind of upset with himself chasing on that one. As Brad, let's take a look at today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups for both squads.
Yeah, for Northeast, as we mentioned, Harris McReynolds led off playing first. Batting second, Christian Spradling. Left field, batting third, we just mentioned Connor McNatt. In right field, cleanup spot, Carter Wells is doing the DHing duties here in game 2. Kelly Crumpton batting fifth, playing third base. Sixth, Connor Graves in center. Batting seventh is Ben Sandlin in second. Batting eighth, Parker Hall is behind the plate here for Northeast, the second game. And then batting ninth, Andrew Davis will be at shortstop. Pitching for Northeast on the mound this second game is J.B. Williams.
That is your starting lineup there for Northeast. And now your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineup for ICC. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. Coach Collier hopes he's got that winning combination put together again here in game 2.
Yeah, batting lead off for the Indians, Jude Treadway did that in the first game, playing short. Batting second, Jackson in the second spot, Jackson Sotomayor's playing second, Batting third, Stone Collier behind the plate again here for game 2. Batting in the cleanup spot, Bo Rock at first. Batting fifth is Jackson Lee, who will be in left field. Batting sixth is the DH Brock Ware. Batting seventh will be Jarrett Morris, again at third. Batting eighth is Luke Wood, as we mentioned, in right field this second game. And batting ninth, Hayden Roberts, who will be playing center field on the mound for the Indians, as we mentioned earlier. And pitching is Ty Wicker.
That is your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups for both squads as we get set to start the bottom of the first. And Brad, you couldn't have timed that thing out better, brother. Act like you've done that before.
Well, I'm getting the hang of it. We're here in conference play, and it's kind of like these teams. You have to fine tune everything and get ready and be prepared. And I've practiced enough where I think I'm with conference play. I got to be ready and got to be at my top of my game.
Well, this will be Treadaway to start us off here in the bottom of the first. Swings on the first pitch, up the middle. Shortstop will find it. Throw across the way, a little tall, but the nice stretch for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Not a bad job there by Williams. Let's take a look at some numbers on Williams here in a moment as we'll take and welcome Settlemeyer to the plate. He's batting second here in game 2. And so after this pitch, we'll take a look at some of those Samstown market stats on our starting pitcher Williams for Northeast. This pitch popped up, and the right fielder's chugging in and will make the play.
Well, that's we're going to hurry up and talk about him. We're not going to have an inning to talk about him. Because J.B. Williams has thrown 2 pitches and has got 2 outs. Speaking of J.B., he's a freshman, right-hander, 4 appearances on the year, got 1 win, 1 loss. does have 11 innings pitched, 11 hits given up with 7 runs, 3 walks, 8 Ks with a 5.73 ERA, and that was ball 1 to Stone Collier.
So that's the first pitch he's thrown that has not resulted in an out. 1-0 is the count here to Collier. As Collier will swing on that one, and missing, popping out of the glove of the catcher. 1-1 now is the count. Got him listed at 6'2", 225.
Who's that?
The pitcher.
Oh.
Like he might be a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah.
As this one fouled back into your living room. 1-2 now is the count.
Stone had a couple of walks in the first game, and so got on base twice for the Indians in game 1 with those walks.
We'll have to guard the dish here with a 1-2 count. Tigers went 3 up, 3 down in the top half. Indians trying to avoid that here with a 2-out hit.
Ooh. Breaking
pitch gets away. Was not called a strike, as Collier was going to try to beat the throw down to first, but now the count is 2-2.
I think it kind of fooled everybody. But it was a good breaking pitch there that the catcher for Northeast just wasn't able to hold on to, Parker Hall there. So it does result in a ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes, as you mentioned.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here to Collier. Grounder up the middle, batted down by the pitcher. Going to have to hurry to throw across. Is it in time? Yes, it is. He is able to keep his foot on the bag. So technically 1-4-3 on the putout to end the inning. We've played 1 here in Fulton. No score. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not gonna believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah. Why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep. And it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
Ooh, these new Little Caesars Crazy Pops are fun size, so you can eat them anywhere. Keep those hands at 10 and 2.
Enjoy Little Caesars Crazy Pups on the go for just $3.99.
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And kind of like game 1, it was almost every out either had the catcher for both teams on the base or at the plate or up to bat. So they had to get geared up in between innings, and that was the reason for the extended inning there. Both teams go 3 up, 3 down in the first, so we'll be the 4, 5, 6 batters due up here for Northeast. It'll be Wells, Crumpton, and Graves scheduled up here in the top of the second. 2-1 ICC won first game of the day.
Carter Wells.
As this will be the DH Carter Wells coming to the plate.
Yeah, Wells did not play in game 1, so we do not have any statistics at the plate for him to discuss.
As that pitch missing low and outside. This is Wicker still on the hill here for the Indians. Of course, Indians breaking out the baby blues today. As that pitch up for a ball, 2-0 now is the count.
Wells is a freshman. He does have a 242 average coming into today. Does have 17 walks on the year thus far, and he's got 4 home runs as that one's fouled back, hit the pole, and bounced back into Collier's mitt, but it is not an out.
Well, they always say when you come to the ball field, you're going to see something you haven't seen before, and the third base umpire wants them to check the baseball since it came off the pole like that. And so they're saying just get rid of it.
And Wells does lead the team in home runs coming into today. Of course, he's with the 4 long balls.
So 2-1 is the count after that foul ball. That one's ripped, and nearly another amazing play made there by Morris as that one hit hard enough that it popped in and out of his glove. So that would be a leadoff single there for Wells.
Yeah, he smoked that, and Jarrett did all he could down there at third, and if he'd have brought that one in, Adam, I'm going to tell you, we'd probably had to stop the game and just said, look.
That's it.
That's wonderful.
That's it.
I mean,
let's go home.
Let's go home. That was because that was, and he almost did. That one's a oopsie swing. He's gonna down to third.
Can they get 2? Nope.
Close.
So we'll get the fielder's choice. Yeah, as you said, one of those check swings that he made contact with. I believe it was 5-4 on the putout of Wells.
Number 5, Connor Graves.
And so now with 1 out, runner at first, this will be Graves coming to the dish.
Yeah, so they get the lead runner out, and good job there again by Morris to recover that and on the oopsie, and was able to get that lead runner out. 1 out now in the inning.
That pitch drifts up high for a ball. 1-0 is the count now, as this is Graves, who is playing in center field. He played right field in game 1, made some tremendous plays, so we're going to try to up his stock and move him to center field.
Yeah, and he also had a single in game 1 as well. Grounded out and flew out as well.
So 2-0 is the count here to Graves. Runner at first, no score here in the top of the second. This pitch fouled out of play. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. We're in the top of the second here in game 2. Wicker on the hill for the Indians. That one's ripped, and it's going to get through for a base hit, and they're going to hold the runner at second. And so that's going to be the second hit of the game there for the Tigers.
Yeah, just did a great job there by Graves of taking that pitch where it was placed and just taking it back. And he found that hole between first and second and easily got a clean single right there, which advances your runners now to, advance the leadoff runner to second. So now with 1 out, you got a runner at first and second for Northeast.
So Wicker sets to deliver this one, hit down the line, and it's going to be foul, but not by much. Well, that could have been a big-time hit there if that one would have stayed fair, just foul by inches.
Yeah, I mean, Northeast coming to the plate, swinging the bats. I'm not saying ICC wasn't either, but because we've only seen them 1 inning, but Northeast coming to the plate, swinging the bats here in this game, too.
So 0-1 is the count. That breaking pitch hangs up outside. Sandlin at the plate. And, Brad, that's just a pitch that hasn't really worked for any Indian pitcher today. It's been that curveball.
No, it really hasn't. Been kind of off on that, and they've had to really work on getting on top of that and making sure that they get that breaking pitch down. As that one's down in the zone a little bit there, but it's driven right to center field out there. Catch is made, and that's the second out of the inning.
Well, big out there, and really and truly thought for a second that Crumpton was going to get himself doubled up. As good job there by Coach Harrelson to get his attention and tell him to hold up, because he was thinking about rounding third, heading home, thinking that might have been 2 outs in the inning. So now with 2 outs, this will be Hall, the catcher, coming to the plate. Runner still at first and second here for the Tigers.
Yeah, Hall, of course, did not see action in game 1 either. He is doing the catching duties here in game 2.
Ball 1.
So he is a freshman and coming into this game with a .227 average. Does have 10 hits on the year thus far.
Breaking pitch fouled back. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on first and second here for the Tigers. Number 8 batter Hall at the plate here. Wicker getting set to deliver the pitch. That one goes high. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls and 1 strike. There is 2 outs. So the Indians trying to find the exit. Tigers trying to spark a 2-out rally. Ground ball. Second baseman scoops it up, throws it over in time for the out. Nicely done there. And that will end the inning on the ground ball. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the second where to be Rock, Lee, and Ware scheduled up for the Indians right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
I'm Lenny Howell, your 2024 ICC Most Beautiful, and you're watching the ICC Sports Network.
And welcome back. And again, ladies and gentlemen, the trend continues as the catcher either being the final out of the inning or on base when the final out is recording. So that is for the extended middle of the second inning there. No score. It'll be Bo Rock, Lee, and Ware scheduled up, the 4, 5, 6 batters here for the Indians.
Bo, as we mentioned, had a couple of singles in the game one and drove in the first run of the game, so I had one RBI. Let's see if we can get these bats heated up here, and maybe Bo can start that trend.
Listen to that first pitch. It finds the corner for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Bo Rock. He and Treadaway were our co-stars of the game, brought to you by Sam's Town Market there in Mantachie.
And I'll say this so far, and I know it's still early yet, as that's ball one, and glad I didn't say it before that pitch. But Wicker and Williams have really done a good job of throwing a lot of strikes thus far. I mean, yeah, there have been some balls, but I mean, right now to this point, we haven't seen the type of game we saw in game one, as that one is fouled back for strike two.
And we also have an identical strike zone here.
Yes.
So that's
I think that helps too.
Yes, that helps big time. What's up, boy? I'm good. So 1-2 now is the count. Bo Rock at the plate. 2-2 now goes the count. That was Joby Cook coming up to holler at some folks.
Coming back.
Big swing and a miss there for strike three. First out of the inning.
Got him a hot dog, too.
He does.
He didn't offer to share.
He did not.
Number 2, Jackson Lee.
So now
he played baseball here last year.
He did. And he was, he's those type of players that, and that's one thing that Coach Collier and Coach McCrory had talked about. That's really what ICC is missing this year, that fire, that guy that keeps everybody up in the dugout.
He did it.
He was that guy.
Oh, he most definitely. I enjoyed watching him as that strike one to Jackson Lee, but I guess, and we'll get off of that in a minute, but Joby would be the one. He wasn't really even a catcher, but he would pop out there, like if your catcher was on base or whatever, and he'd start taking, as that's fouled off for strike two, he'd get down there and start to let the pitcher warm up, but he wouldn't even have the gear on. He was just happy to be out there at him.
Yeah, he would do whatever it took to help the team be successful. He was a pitcher by trade. He did get a start against East Mississippi and had a pretty good game in that game. I think he had 7 strikeouts, and you can just feel the energy and the buzz out of that dugout every time he would get one, as there's going to be a grounder right back to the pitcher. Throw over is an error. It's in and out of the glove of the first baseman, so a break there for the Indians. E3 on the play.
Yeah, it's going to be E3. So you're right, that's a break for the Indians because Jackson Lee just got a piece of that one, and it went back to the pitcher. That's one of those plays that routine play that should be made right there. But I'm not going to say the throw wasn't just a little high. It was. There again, it should have been brought down by the first baseman for the out. It wasn't. So ICC with luck right there, 1 out here in the inning, and they do have a runner at first.
And this is going to be Ware, the DH here in game 2, coming to the plate. That pitch missing low for a ball. Now, Ware's the type of kid, he can generate enough bat speed, and especially with the wind blowing out to the right side of the field, that if you ever needed someone to knife one out of the ballpark, he could be him.
Yeah, I mean, he can, and he's with his bat speed and everything he's done this year, he's worked his way into the hitting rotation numerous times this year thus far. So excellent job by Brock Ware. He did not play in game 1 today, but he is here pulling the DH spot in game 2.
He's got a 2-0 count. Make it 3-0 now as that one runs inside. 3 balls, no strikes, and 1 out is the situation here.
Yeah, good eye right there on the part of Brock. And, again, being patient, run the count to 3-0.
So waiting the 3-0 offering here. Taking the, whoa. That was a 3-0 strike. That's all that was. Because that one was in the other batter's box.
Catcher, I think, did a decent job of framing that one, but you're right. It was definitely outside.
And then chasing one there. Now 3-2 is the count.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Connor's telling me. Don't help him out. That was ball 4 right there. Of course, I know the other pitch was too.
Yeah.
But this was definitely was ball 4, so helped him out a little bit. Runs the count to full.
So now waiting the 3-2 offering here. Snap throw to first is not in time. So we'll reset with a 3-2 count to Ware. Williams on the hill here for the Tigers. ICC and Northeast scoreless here in game 2. ICC picked up a 2-1 win in the first game of the day.
Runner goes.
And a little hit and run action. If this stays fair, it's trouble, and it is. Great call there as the runner's going to go from first to third and score. And now Ware is going to shrug it in, and he's going to have a triple.
Well, Adam, and they were playing Ware differently. The right fielder was set up more toward the gap over there. Not saying that that he didn't need to be, but he was a little further over. They were definitely, in other words, weren't playing Ware to pull the ball. And that's exactly what Ware did. Took that line shot, pulled it down the line, and again was able to get that clean hit right there, which was a triple, and drove in the run for the first run of the game for the Indians, and he gets an RBI.
Well, that was a clutch hit there as the Indians now up 1-0 as this pitch high for a ball, as this is now Morris at the plate. And that's what we said, that bat speed. He's got great bat speed, so he can turn on a ball so quickly. And he got that one fair by a foot, and he was able to show off his speed and end up at third. So a big-time hit there and a clutch situation now for the Indians. See if they might be able to go up 2-0 early. As that's going to be a little bunt. Not really a bunt, but just a excuse-me swing, and another error.
He's going to be safe at first. It pulled the first baseman off. That is an error. The throw pulled the first baseman off of the bag. He had to get off to get the throw to in other words protect the throw. So that way it did not get back out in the outfield. It did score a run though in the meantime, which they were going to let the run score, and so that's an RBI right there for Morris.
So E5 on the play. And now ICC is up 2-0 here. And clutch way to punch in the run there is, again, one of those little excuse-me swings that worked as a bunt. And that pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, that was strike 1 right there. And we've got Luke Wood up here. Again, Luke did not play in the first game, so he's getting some duties here in right field here in the second game.
Is that pitch in the dirt? Runner will not go.
So, yeah, runner did not go. Again, good protection back there by the Northeast catcher in Parker Hall to block that up and keep the runner from advancing. Still only 1 out here in the bottom of the second, with ICC putting 2 runs on the board thus far. And Luke Wood got under that one, popped it up, and that's not even going to get into the outfield.
And I'll say the wind ate that one up there. Looked like it was going to kind of travel out to center field. And as you saw the shortstop, he went out to his left and had to come back about 3 steps to his right to record the out.
Number 24, Hayden Roberts.
And Brad, we talked about it in game 1. We'll kind of use that as an example here in game 2. Northeast had those opportunities where they got hit by a pitch, got walked, had people in running scoring position, couldn't cash in. Well, ICC took advantage of the 2 errors there, was able to get those 2 runs in.
Yeah, and hit and run right there, too. A situation where they were trying it again with Hayden Roberts and fouled that one off. But, no, definitely neither team really capitalized too well in game 1. It was just ICC having to come out 1 run ahead. But neither team was able to capitalize on each other's mistakes as well. So ICC here, take it as you can get it. Game 1 was not, what Coach Collier would want is that strike 2. But take it as you can get it. Get this victory here, hopefully. And it's, anytime you can get a conference win, it's big.
So 0-2 now is the count with 2 outs. There is a runner at first. This is Roberts at the dish. ICC has scored 2. And they lead it 2-0 here. Runner goes. Throw is not going to be in time, and that'll be a stolen base.
Yeah, the pitch was outside, and, of course, the catcher there, Parker Hall, basically had to make the throw from his knees. Not a bad throw from his knees either, to be honest with you. Just a little late, a little behind because the pitch was outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Coach Collier picked a good pitch there to send him on with 2 strikes, thinking they might have a breaking pitch.
That pitch runs inside and just missing. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So still got 2 outs, but we do have a runner in scoring position now with that stolen base.
So the Indians would love to keep this rally going here, see if they can come up with a 2-out hit. 2-2 is the count. 2 outs, runner at second. Roberts looks at that pitch, and it was a good one.
Yeah, you got to pull the trigger on that one as close as that is with 2 strikes.
Well, the Indians scored 2 runs on no hits, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 1 left on base. We've played 2. ICC leads it 2-0. We'll take a break. Be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Your knee is a complex joint with many components, making it vulnerable to a variety of injuries. Some of the most common knee injuries include fractures, dislocations, sprains, and ligament tears. Many knee injuries can successfully be treated with simple measures such as bracing, rehabilitation, and exercise. The other injuries may require surgery to correct. At our injury clinic, we commonly see meniscal tears that occur during sports. Tears in the meniscus can occur when twisting, cutting, pivoting, or being tackled. Meniscal tears may also occur as a result of arthritis or aging. Just an awkward twist when getting up from a chair may be enough to cause a tear if the meniscus has weakened with age. The most common symptoms of meniscus tears are pain, stiffness, swelling, catching or locking of your knee, the sensation of your knee giving way, and if you are not able to move your knee through its full range of motion. The RICE protocol is effective for most sports-related injuries. RICE stands for Rest, Ice, Compression, and Elevation. Remember that at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our story is you.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as, well, the home plate umpire stopped Richie on his way over to third, and not really sure what that conversation could have been about. But either way it goes, 2-0 is your score. It was a RBI triple by Ware that scored Lee, who reached on an error. And then Ware scores whenever Morris reaches on an error. And that pitch is going to be in there for a strike. So 1-0 is the count.
This is Davis, right?
Yes, Davis. I was trying to locate my sheet.
And Davis, shortstop Davis, who played in the first game, and he did get a single, and he was one of the victims of being hit by a pitch too, which we had 5 of those, as we mentioned. No, 6. No, 5.
Yep.
5 of those that were hit in game 1.
Yep. So that pitch missing for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. This one's ripped, and it's going to be a foul ball. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, it turned on that pitch right there. Good line shot right there. Had good solid contact there. Just foul, though, over there. So for Northeast. So, again, 2-2 count. Do it all over again.
Pitch coming. This one flared, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Nice at bat there by Davis to start the inning off with a single, 3rd hit of the game there for the Tigers.
Yes, yeah, great job there by Davis. Again, as you mentioned, good at bat. Saw a lot of pitches, but was able to finally get one down there, and so that gets you back to the top of the lineup.
It is the top of the third. I had it at the top of the second on the screen, but we are here in the top of the third inning. Runner at first with no outs. ICC up 2-0 here. This one's ripped, and this is going to be trouble. The runner will at least get to third, and they're not going to try the arm. And so Tigers got something going here in the top of the third with runners on the corners and no outs.
Yeah, McReynolds was sitting on that fastball right there and quickly turned on it. And great job out there in right field by Luke Wood to cut that off. It did advance the runner to third, but kept McReynolds at first. There are no outs here. You got a first and third situation, but it also kept the runner at third again. It did not allow him to score. So, situation here for Northeast where they could get a run on the board. Well, here we go.
Hey, guess what? We hit somebody.
We hit somebody. So Sprawling was your batter up here. Now that loads the bases with no outs, and all of a sudden you see what Etowama had a 2-0 comfortable lead here is now starting to unravel, and they're kind of in a tough situation here.
So Wicker just needs to step back and take a deep breath here as McNatt getting set to come to the plate. He struck out swinging to end the first. Swings to the first pitch he sees, and it's going to be a fly out. And they're going to tag the runners and go to third now, and just beats the throw. And so that will be a sacrifice fly by McNatt out to center field. That sacrifice fly being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation. They're located right across the street from the Davis Event Center. They meet Tuesday nights at 7, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice, pay for our sins. That's the ICC Wesley Foundation.
Yeah, a good piece of hitting. I mean, swinging on the first pitch was McNatt right there and got it out there deep enough. Runner goes, and that's fouled off. Trying to get a little first and third situation here and trying to put Etowama and see what their defense, how they would respond to that with the runner going with Sprawling over there at first still. So you got a first and third. You got Sprawling at first, and McReynolds is he's at third. Yes, he's at third.
So 0-1 is the count after that foul ball, and they're going to hit another one there. So another hit batter, second of the inning, and that'll load the bases one more time here for the Tigers. Only one out in the inning.
Well, that if you're keeping score for both games, that's 7 batters we've hit today total. Just two in this game. Again, as you mentioned, that does load the bases with one out. Stone gets out there and swallows that one up. Ball one. I don't see any activity in the bullpen for ICC, but I don't know. Again, Ty Wicker's just kind of in a tough situation out there.
There's a ground ball, and they're going to come home with it to get the force. And that was smart. I want to say this. High baseball IQ on the part of Morris. If he steps on third base, that takes away the force.
That's right.
And so he went ahead and got the force at home to cut down the run.
That's it. No, I agree with you. And I thought the same thing because some people sit there and say, well, because he was close to the base.
He was.
I mean, he was so close he could have probably stepped on it, but what he did, he knew that time that it would take to step on the bag would take a little bit of time, and then that would force Collier to have to tag him to get the out. Whereas here, he just picked it up and threw it, saved the run. Collier had his foot on home plate, got the out. Second out of the inning, prevented a run from scoring. Still got the bases loaded, but I agree with you. That was smart baseball right there.
That pitch breaking at the knees for a strike. This is Graves, who singled in his only at bat so far. Fouls this one off. 0-2 now is the count here to Graves.
Yeah, 2 outs. If Indians can escape here with just allowing one run to get on the board here, be something special for them and be a victory just here in this inning to have that happen as they do get back.
Swing and a miss there, and that was a clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout to get out of the inning with minimum damage done. The second strikeout of the game there by Wicker. The Indians flirting with disaster, but able to avoid it there. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the third inning. Northeast able to cut the lead in half, but ICC pulling the Houdini act to get out of that inning with only 1 run scored was impressive. It was a great defensive play, surprisingly, by Morris, as he's done that all season. Then a Renaissance Bank strikeout from Wicker to get the Indians out of the jam.
Yeah, it's just smart baseball, as we talked about from Morris right there. An excellent job, and that saved that run. That's strike 1 there on Treadaway. But, again, saved that run. Excellent job on his behalf there defensively.
So 0-1 is the count. This is going to be a flare. If it stays fair, it's going to be trouble, but it's foul.
Strike 2.
So 0-2 now is the count here to Treadaway. He grounded out to the shortstop in his only at-bat so far here in Game 2. Well, the baseball team, they'll be in action on Friday as they travel down to Southwest. We'll have that information for you on where you can watch those games down on Friday. And then our next broadcast will be tomorrow as we host Southwest in softball. There's a little grounder to the right side. Second baseman finds it. Easy toss over. 4-3 on the putout. So 1 away now. As this will bring Settlemyers to the plate. He flew out to right in his first at bat.
Yeah, Settlemyers is due here. He's had a tough day at the plate thus far, so he's kind of due here. And when his bat gets hot, it stays hot generally.
Well, the Indians would love to see his bat heat up and make a strong push towards the latter part of the season. And standing in and looking at that one at strike 1. Sun starting to tuck itself away here behind the waterway. Shadows stretching across Crescent Field. That's a fastball. This one ripped. It's going to be deep. Is it going to be deep enough? No, a running catch there. Greatly done out there in center field. Knew it didn't have enough to get out of the ballpark, but thought it might be deep enough on the line to get over the head of the center fielder. But a great running catch out there.
Well, and there were 2 things, too, at play there. Great job by the center fielder, you're right. But you got the wind blowing in, and that one was on just the outermost part of the bat. So as far as getting that just good meat of the bat where you would get a good drive off of it, it wasn't on it. It was on the outer part of the bat, as that one now is going to be chopped to the shortstop for Stone Collier, and that's going to be out number 3 for the inning.
Nearly pulled him off the bag there, but 6-3 on the putout. The Indians go 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the third. 2-1, ICC with the lead. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Keep watching. Okay, where's the remote? Ugh, it's under her arm. I'm gonna go for it. So close. Oh, maybe he can get it. Guess not.
I mean, can you blame him? We're delicious.
Delicious and sugar-free.
Delicious and caffeine-free. Yep. Anyway, about that remote.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the top of the fourth inning. ICC leading Northeast 2-1. That was the same score for the final of game one, with ICC picking up the win. For Northeast, it'll be the 7, 8, 9 batters due up here.
It's be Sandlin up, who flew out to center field his first at bat.
Takes that pitch on the outer edge for a strike. 0-1 is the count here to Sandlin, who is playing second.
Ooh, good pitch right there.
A rare breaking ball getting over for a strike this afternoon for the Indians.
Yeah, that was a nice kind of slider breaking pitch right there that just kind of made its way on the outer half part of the plate. Stone set up outside on that pitch right there, that third pitch for ball. But again, Wicker doing a good job of hitting his spot. Sandlin doing a better job of not swinging at it.
So 1-2 is the count. That pitch missing low and outside. Not a bad spot to miss. He does make contact, just normally will turn into a foul ball. So now the count goes 2-2. And he ticked it, but Collier couldn't hang on to it. So 2-2 now is the count.
He stays alive. Sandlin does.
Sandlin, Hall, and Davis due up here in the top of the fourth inning.
Ooh.
And there's strike three.
Couldn't pull the trigger right there. Good pitch on the inner part of the plate by Wicker right there. And just kind of froze him, froze Sandlin up right there, and gets the first out of the inning, gets that leadoff batter out.
Third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Wicker. So one out now, and this will be Hall coming to the plate. And that pitch across for a strike. Hall grounded out to second to end the second, and his only at bat so far here in game two.
Yeah, good job there by Wicker again by coming out throwing strikes. And as I say that, he throws ball one, so 1-1 count. But again, good job here. 1-1 count. Got one out here. We are in the top of the fourth.
Curveball, fouled out of play. 1-2 now is the count. Brad, I do want to give a shout out.
Go ahead.
Got a lot of other athletes here. We see some members of the softball team, basketball team. Of course, football is practicing, but I think I just saw a couple of guys come in after practice, and then see members of the soccer team as well.
Okay.
As there's another Renaissance Bank strikeout. So good to see all the programs supporting each other.
Absolutely, and you love to see that. I know Dr. Allen mentions that very frequently, that that's what he really wants to see, is all of our athletic programs supporting each other. And so it's good to see that. And I'll give you another shout out. Guess who else is here?
Who else is here?
Laney.
That is true. Laney goes the extra mile. Like we hosted a game at East Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have to be there.
Did not.
And she knew that. But
She
you know
did.
what? She came out and she helped.
She did. She was there, and was there for the late doubleheader, too, as that ball is outside ball one. But that was a Sunday game, Adam, that started at
it started at midnight, I
think. At midnight, and we felt
we were finished 3 days
Yeah.
later.
But she came out, and you know, I mean, she didn't have to drive all the way down there, but she did.
So 2-1 now is the count. And if you're wondering who Laney is, as this is going to be a flare out for a hit to center field, we'll show you at the end of this inning, as she's technically on two of our commercials you run.
Okay.
Because she's on the new Super Bowl commercial we did. But she has her own, very own commercial where it's just her by herself.
And that's the one we're going to show you.
She says she will sign autographs at the conclusion of the game.
Yes.
So that was the second hit of the day there for Davis. We'll flip it back to the top of the lineup now in McReynolds, who singled his last time up. 2 outs in the inning. That pitch a ball. As this one, a flare out to the left side, but it's going to get out of play. 1-1 now is the count.
And this is, like you said, Sprawling here. He was, guess what, hit by a pitch his last at bat. Kind of been the story of the day somewhat for Etowamba pitchers anyway.
So 1-1 is the count with the runner at first.
Yeah.
That pitch.
No.
Ooh.
Okie doke.
Apparently up. 2-1 now is the count. We've got a lot of baseball here, and we sit in the same spots, and we typically have a pretty good idea of where the strike zones are. And
thought that was it.
Thought that one was it too. As this one popped a mile high here. Left fielder's going to come in and make the play as he held on to it, nearly dropped it, was able to hang on to it there for out number 3. So the Indians get out of the inning with no damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. As promised, here is Miss Laney.
I'm Lenny Howell, your 2024 ICC Most Beautiful, and you're watching the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 4th inning. ICC leading Game 2, 2-1 here over Northeast. Adam Gore, Dr. Brad Boggs bringing you this action as it'll be Bo Rock due up here. Rock, Lee, and Ware scheduled up for the Indians. As there's going to be a foul ball for strike 1. Brad, whenever you look this late in the day, when you're looking on your phone, you make me nervous because I know what you're looking for. You're looking to see if my Pirates are playing to let me know they lose.
Well, it's still spring training, isn't it?
Probably.
I think it is. I mean,
we're already out of the chase, so it's
there's a hit,
and that's going to get through for the second hit of the day for the Indians. First for Rock, and that's what the Indians need to find a little bit of life out here.
Yeah, they did, and that was a good single right there by Bo. Kind of line shot right there in between first and second.
That's where he's hit all day today.
Yeah, it is. He's hit everything on that side and everything between first and second right over there. So excellent job there by Bo to lead off the inning with a hit.
So now this is Lee coming to the plate. Shows bunt, ball gets away, and Rock will be able to advance on the pass ball.
Yeah, good heads-up play there by Bo, and good job there by Jackson Lee to pull back. He did show bunt. Now you've got Bo in scoring position. The bunt does not have to be on here unless you're Rick and you just want to move him over to third.
So 1-0 is the count. Rock now at second. Wind blowing into the ballpark once again. Jackson Lee at the plate. He reached on an error and scored a run. As they're going to look it back to second, and Bo kind of just standing there like, throw it, I dare you to. And then steps on the bag as soon as he releases it.
And they did.
Was that Rookie of the Year where the kid does that?
Yeah, I think so.
So 1-0 is the count. Lee flares this one out to the parking lot. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, and this is, Indians here, you need to capitalize on this moment with no outs and a runner in scoring position. However you need to do it. You just like to see the runner advance. Even if you need to if you can hit a ground ball on the right side over here, that will be beneficial, or a sack, anything like that to get the runner to third as Lee swings through that one for strike 2. But capitalize on this moment with no outs.
1-2 now is the count, as I think Lee was looking for maybe a off-speed pitch and just couldn't catch up with the heat that time. 1-2 now is the count. This time they do go off speed. He's able to foul it off and keep the at-bat alive. Well, anything hit to the right side of the field is going to be a nightmare as that sun is setting, and especially anything on a rope out to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, and a runner at second here for the Indians. Swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch there. Just didn't look comfortable at all at that bat that time, did Lee.
No, it was a great pitch. You mentioned it, Adam, and it was. I don't take anything away. But it just fooled Lee, and he just waved at it, basically. And so not a good at-bat right there. Gets the first out of the inning. You still only have 1 out. It does bring up Brock Ware, had that big triple, his first at-bat.
Of course, that triple being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. And time taken here by the batter. 1 out, runner at second. ICC would love to pick up an insurance run here in the bottom of the 4th, game 2 in conference play, scheduled for 7 innings. As that pitch drifts outside for a ball, 1-0 is the count. Ware is a 3rd-generation Indian. His brother played baseball here. His sister was a member of the softball team. And pops this one up. The ball's going to go back in foul territory, giving chase, and will get out of play. 1-1 is the count. Did somebody catch that?
I didn't see anybody because it went back a little further than I could.
Okay, because I was waiting for her to hear the ball hit the stands and never heard it.
I was too, but I think it went back past the stands.
So it went a bit further back than I thought. 1-1 now is the count here on Ware. Rock is at second. Breaking pitch, and that one missing low. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out, runner at second. This one fouled back off the netting. 2-2 now is the count. Well, this is a big at-bat right here. The Indians, again, trying to find a way to pick up an insurance run here in the bottom of the 4th. Ware tripled. So he's awaiting the pitch here. And that one a good one. Found the corner of the plate for strike 3. Ware didn't necessarily like that one, but it was a good pitch as he gets his 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game.
Yeah, and again, here we go, frustration mounting again for Coach Collier in that 2-1 game here. You had a runner at second, still do, by the way. It's not that you don't have a runner, but you had a runner at second with no outs. And now you've got a runner at second with 2 outs. Did not advance him any. No way. So, difficult situation right there, and Indians just aren't able to get those timely hits right now, Adam.
And really the only way he got to second was on the wild pitch.
Right.
So 1-0 now is the count here, as this is Morris. He reached on an error that allowed a run to score. He also stole a base. Late on that one, 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. There's a shot up the middle, but right at the shortstop. Going to have to hurry. The throw is in time. 6-3 on the putout, and again, been the story for both teams today. Missed opportunity after missed opportunity. As the Indians, though, still lead this one 2-1. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, these new Little Caesars Crazy Pops are fun size, and you can eat them anywhere.
Wow, they're packed with cheese and pepperoni.
Keep those hands at 10 and 2. Check your blind spot.
Take delicious Little Caesars Crazy Puffs anywhere for the incredible price of only $3.99.
Pizza.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance Replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance Replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 5th inning. For Northeast, it'll be the 2-3-4 batters. Sprawling, McNatt, and Wells coming to the dish. Indians up 2-1. Had some opportunities to add a couple more runs on the board over the last couple of innings, but couldn't get anything going once again. That pitch in there for a strike here to Sprawling. He is 0 for 1 today, as he flew out in foul territory to right field and was hit by a pitch. And his last at-bat takes that pitch inside. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. That pitch missing low. 2-1 now is the count.
It appears I can't say anything about your Pirates today because
they didn't play. And he's hit again.
Well, then now I'm going to say
How many times did he get hit in the first
game? He got hit twice.
So he's been hit 4. See, he batted 4 times, 7 official at bats, and he's been hit 3 times. He's been hit more than he's had hits. He's only got 1 hit today.
That's unreal. But we're up to our 3rd of this game, hit by a 3rd batter that was hit. And, of course, going back to last game, 5. So now we're up to a good total of 8.
Consistency.
Do you want it even or odd? Anyway.
So that pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 is the count.
Opening day is tomorrow.
Okay.
For Major League Baseball. So they're not.
So nobody's playing today.
Yeah, nobody's going to play today. I don't think. I'm not finding any scores, and I do know tomorrow's opening day.
Well,
so.
I'll expect your text message tomorrow on opening day during softball.
Well, the good thing is the Pirates are not losing today.
That's true. That's very true. 1-1 pitch on its way, a breaking pitch. That one missing low. Yep. 2-1 now is the count.
Of course, they already did have an open. They played a game in Seoul, Korea. I think it was the Dodgers and Padres is who it was.
You willing to bet on that? Hey, I made it funny.
You did, didn't you? I got it. And I did get that.
There you go. 2-2 now is the count.
I did get that. 2-2.
Laney did not get it.
Laney didn't get it.
That's okay.
Hadn't been keeping up with the news. Okie doke.
Runner goes, little hit and run action, and that's right at the play. And what a play there. That was not easy, folks, because if you saw the reaction by Bo when he jumped to catch the ball, he was just flinching, hoping it didn't hit him in the face.
Number 27,
as that was right in the sun. We said it, Brad. That's going to be a tough play. But Bo able to get a unassisted Little Caesars double play.
Yeah, great job out there by Bo. Good defensive effort there. Being on his toes, seeing the ball off the bat, catching the line drive, and then, like you say, the runner took it off. So it was an easy, but, again, good job by Bo. As Wells, who's the DH, just whiffs through that one, kind of just waves at it. That is strike 1, got a 1-1 count.
He is 1 for 1 on the day with a single and hit by a pitch.
No.
Yep. That pitch missing outside. 2-1 now is the count.
I hadn't heard that. I didn't know we've had anybody hit by a pitch today.
I think the only 3 people that have not been hit by a pitch today is in the press box right now.
You're probably right. As he swings through that one, can't pick up that pitch either, that breaking ball, that kind of low 2-2 count. And I'm not going to say that it won't happen before it's over.
My luck, it'd find a way to come up here. Big swing and a miss there for a Renaissance Bank strikeout to end the inning. And that was clutch after that Little Caesars double play. That was the 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there. An unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning there. As we'll head to the bottom of the 5th and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
At Little Caesars, get a large custom 2-topping pizza for only $7.99 when you order online. Wait, did I just say $7.99? Get out of here. This pizza is only $7.99. No way. This is $7.99? You're joshing me. You're saying this pizza perfection is only $7.99? Oh, you're crazy for this. Listen, pirate, stop taking my $7.99 pizza. Choose a large custom 2-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $7.99 when you order online. Only $7.99. What?
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move now to the bottom of the 5th inning, where for ICC it'll be the 8-9-1 batters due up. Wood, Roberts, and Treadaway.
I believe that was the first inning of the second game, or half of an inning, that did not involve where a catcher was either on base or on deck or anything of that nature. And so that's why the exchange was quicker.
I was only able to get 2 commercials in. Swinging on the first pitch, and that one's going to get over the head of the third baseman, and that'll go for a base hit.
And that was Luke Wood coming out swinging at the first pitch, as Adam mentioned, and again, just got over the head of the third baseman, dropped over there. Clean single right there to start off the inning. I'm not going to get my hopes up, Adam. I mean, I can say it about ICC, I can say it about Northeast. We're being fair about it, but ICC thus far has had trouble today with this. Now, you got no outs. You get your lead runner on. Let's see what he does here with Hayden Roberts. Hayden being a great bunter, I'm going to say we're going to expect a bunt here.
Northeast is dragging the third baseman in. He does show bunt. Now the snap throw down to first is not in time. And as anticipated, that bunt was attempted there. Couldn't find a piece of it. So now 0-1 is the count here to Roberts. He's playing in center field. Played most of the season in left field, but over the last couple of weeks been moved out to center field.
Yeah, I'm going to say we're going to get another attempt here to bunt.
And he does, and it's a beautiful one. Only one here, and he's going to have to hurry. The throw is in time. Is it? No, actually, it's going to hit him. And so the runner's going to advance to third.
Adam, I'm tempted to give that a hit.
I'm giving that a hit.
I'm going to give that a hit. Coach Harrelson's coming out.
Roberts caught an extra gear there.
It was going to be a tough play because, again, the bunt was laid down perfectly, and Roberts has speed. He's on the left-hand side of the plate, so he's got a head start right there. Coach Harrelson, I don't know if he's talking about interference or what here because I have no idea what he's talking to the umpire about. There is no argument.
They are going to bring it in.
I guess.
Well, I know one thing. We're going to have an interesting reaction from either head coach, whatever the decision is going to be.
I mean, what do you? Well, I don't know what he's. You think
throw,
it's interference?
The throw was behind him, so he was not out of the line when he was running on the play.
Not real certain what they're looking at here, but again, that doesn't mean anything.
So I'm going to go and look at the Little Caesars instant replay here.
Safe. Got him safe.
Actually, that was the play before, and they are going to say safe and brings out the Boo Birds for some of the Northeast faithful.
Number 23, Jude Treadaway.
And so now this will bring Jude Treadaway to the plate. Again, I didn't see what he could argue there.
I didn't either, but again, that wasn't me. But got a first and third situation here now. Again, no out, so Northeast is got to call their defensive play here for first and third situation. Coach Collier's got options here with the first and third situation, especially with us being back at the top of the lineup here with Jude Treadaway.
And so Treadaway, 0-2 on the day, grounder to the shortstop and second baseman. He's due a big hit. Right now would be a huge time to get one of those to pick up an insurance run. Swings on this one, lifted. Right fielder's going to run back, not going to be able to get to it. It's going to drop, and that's going to go for a Davis Ford double, and that's going to push across 2 runs here for the Indians.
Yeah, excellent. Got to keep heads up there. At third. Excellent job by Treadaway. He went down. That pitch was kind of down and inside. He's a left-handed batter, and he went down and got that at him and was able to get the big part of the bat out there enough in front to drive that in the gap between center field and right field and just leg out that double right there, that stand-up double, and drive in those 2 runs. Big time right there for the Indians to capitalize. That's what Coach Collier's been waiting on.
Did you hear what I said before he swung the bat? He was due a big hit.
You did. And
he came through and made me look like I knew what I was talking about.
Well, he did.
4-1 now. The Indians with the lead as this is going to bring Settlemyers to the plate. Takes a wicked cut at that first one.
And guess what? There's still no outs.
That's big.
Yeah.
We're in the bottom of the 5th inning now. ICC up 4-1. That was the 5th hit of the game for the Indians. As there's going to be a slow roller right back to the pitcher. Picks it up, throws it over, and the runner does advance to third. So that basically worked as if it was a sacrifice bunt.
Prime opportunity, even if you can get it to the outfield deep enough to so Treadaway can tag, because Treadaway's got some speed behind him. So, it doesn't have to be one of those extremely deep balls as Stone takes strike one right there. But either that, let's just get a clean hit and, drive him in that way.
So 0-1 is the count. Collier pops that one back and out of play, 0-2 now. So a nice job there by Williams to settle down and quickly get ahead of Collier here with the 0-2 count.
Yeah, and Northeast has got the infield in. They're trying to prevent the run from scoring and to go up there. So they're going to, if they can, again, it's a dicey either way you play it. But they're trying to keep the run at bay there at third, the runner.
That pitch missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss when you've got a pitch to throw away there. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, couldn't get him to chase that outside pitch right there. That was it had that movement on it that was kind of moving it to the outside part there, and so couldn't get him to chase it. Good eye there by Stone.
1-2 pitch. Collier fouls this one off into the parking lot. We'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, put the bat out there, got a piece of it, and able to stay alive, and just a do-over here.
So we'll sit at 1-2 once again here. One out, runner at third. ICC trying to continue to build on this 4-1 lead here. That pitch outside. Good eye by Stone to hold off on that one.
Yeah, had him kind of lunging a little bit there, thinking about it, but didn't chase it, held back. Good job by Stone. 2-2 count.
Runner at third here for the Indians. They're up 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Game 2 scheduled for 7. Pitch in the dirt, blocked up nicely there by Hall, not allowing the runner to advance, and now the count goes full here to Stone.
Yeah, good eye, good patience up at the plate. Again, there doing his part and doing a great job right there to either trying to get this run in or get a hit here.
This one popped up a mile high. Second baseman calling everyone off and will make the play. And we've seen the Indians too many times today do that.
Yeah, that's not what you want. I mean, easier said than done. I get it, but I mean anything, even if you could have hit a ground ball on the right side of the field, potentially looking at scoring that run. So just popping it up right there on the infield, and that's happened too many times, and that got the second out of the inning. Still got a runner at third, got Bo Rock up.
And one thing we got to do, though, is give credit to Williams. He did get that pop-up to get the out for the second out of the inning. Rock thought about that one, checked his swing. 1-0 is the count. Now they're going to appeal down to third. He said he did not go.
You're exactly right. Williams has done a good job to get out of this.
That was the most sarcastic appeal down to third I've ever seen from a home plate umpire.
Come on now. That's what he said.
Big, healthy swing there as Bo was looking to put that one on the football field. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, Bo again had a single his last at bat.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, and a runner at third. The Indians have put 2 runs on the board so far. Again, would love to tack on another one of those insurance runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Trying to sweep the Tigers here in Fulton. That pitch missing low and outside. 3-1 now is the count.
Yeah, excellent job there. Good patience again by the part of the Indians of making sure you're waiting to get your pitch and not swinging at balls.
So 3-1 now is the count here to Rock. Swings on this one, fouls it back and out of play. Count will go 3-2 now.
Yeah, good job of Williams here to run it back to full. So it's all going to come down to this. Here you got 2 outs and a 3-2 count here. We'll see what happens.
So waiting the 3-2 offering here from Williams. Rock at the plate.
Got him.
Swings and tips it, but held on to there by the catcher for the strikeout. So they get out of the inning with minimum damage done with the runner at third, but it was a 2-run double by Treadaway. Makes it a 4-1 contest now in favor of the Indians. We'll head to the top of the 6th and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we head to the top of the 6th inning, ICC puts 2 runs on the board in the bottom of the 5th to go up 4-1. So we now head to the 6th, where it'll be the 5, 6, 7 batters due up here for the Tigers. Is that pitch missing outside for a ball? This is Crumpton, who has reached twice today on a fielder's choice. This pitch popped up. Collier going to give chase, but it'll get out of play. 1-1 now is the count. Again, we remind you to join us tomorrow as we'll have softball back here on the Red Channel. I can't remember what time it starts, but we're playing Southwest. Follow us on your favorite social media platform, and you can find out there. As that pitch inside nearly hit the batter. 2-1 now is the count. That's when you know you got too many games going on.
Yeah, I mean,
everything just starts running together.
It does. Spring sports are always busy. I mean, fall is too. Not going to say it's not, but spring sports really, with your rainouts and all that kind of stuff, reschedules, running into holidays and all that. That one's fouled off for a 2-2 count. It just tends to get busy, and it's a busy time of year for all. And I'll say this, and I mean it, even though I'm not part of it. You and your staff do a fantastic job of covering everything and helping out, as that is not a strikeout. That's ball 3, full count. But y'all do a fantastic job of getting around and handling all this and managing it and covering all the sports.
I appreciate that, but don't sell yourself short. You're part of the crew. As that pitch fouled back and out of play, 3-2 is the count.
I'm just a substitute. I'm lucky to get in here.
No, I appreciate you and Jim and Mr. Upton helping out with the broadcast as well. I don't know if Michael will be available Thursday or not. He's missed the last couple of the softball games. We're going to mic up. Oh.
Guess what?
What?
Another hit. We have hit another batter.
That is the 9th hit batter of the day by an ICC pitcher. And you know what happened? I was going to say we was going to mic up Laney one time, but Wicker heard that and it's like, no, we ain't going to do that. So.
Is that the 4th one this game now?
That is.
Yeah, it would be.
Yes, the 4th one.
4 in this game, 5 in game 1. We're up to 9. Northeast is going to need some ice on the way home. We need to run down to Sonic, see if we can get some Sonic ice, something, to help. Because I'm going to tell you, it is amazing.
That's Crumpton. That's the 2nd time he's been hit today. Speaking of that style of ice, I bought my mom one of those ice makers for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I got to get me one. Like every time I go home,
Cool,
that's the best thing. So
I don't have one, but I guarantee you I would bet that it would be cool.
I can show you a really good deal on a small one, not the big one, but a small one. It's
small is all I would need for me.
Yeah, that's true. I would say a couple of single dudes.
Yeah, that's it.
So
just the small ones, all I need.
Yep.
I like it. You need to show me that.
I'll do that.
Yeah. And I'm sure your mother likes it too.
Yes. She matter of fact, she bagged me up a bag of ice last time.
That's cool.
So, yes.
Take it with you.
Yes. So now that everything's sorted out and we've got our opinions on ice, letting everybody know about it. There's a bunt laid down, and it's a good one. Throw across the way is in time. So now they're going to try to go to third.
Got him in a rundown.
And, the throw just gets away.
But they're going to hold him at third.
Well, that was a heck of a play by Morrison to get the out at first. So that's technically a sacrifice bunt
Number 13, Ben
for the
Sanders.
out, I believe.
Yes, it was. You're right, and it did get the out
And
at
it
first.
almost turns into a Little Caesars double play.
It almost did, and I'm not certain. I wasn't looking. I was looking more over here, so I don't. The runner just kept. I don't know if they told him to round.
What
or,
it was the third baseman had charged in, so he realized nobody was coming.
Oh, he
third.
okay, I got you.
Yep.
Nobody was on third.
So,
nobody
yeah.
was defending it, so that's why he was
So
taking.
he just kept on trucking.
Don't blame him.
That pitch in there for a strike, as this is Sandlin at the plate. There's a grounder, backhand play, throw across the way. Wow.
What a play.
Beautiful play as the run will score, but 6-3 on the put out there for out number 2.
Well, Coach Harrelson's got to be happy because they did what they weren't able to do in game 1 right there, a lot of, and they did get the run in finally for Northeast. It does cut the lead in half, but you can't let go of what the play there that Jude Treadaway made it short with that backhand right there and throwing it over on the run to get the out. And now this one is skied up and popped up here by Parker Hall, and left fielder comes in and makes the catch for the third out.
That one was hit so high the left, center, short, and second baseman all had a chance at making a play at that one. But the Tigers do make it a 4-2 contest with that one run there in the top of the 6th. We'll take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Keep watching. Okay, where's the remote? Ugh, it's under her arm. I'm gonna go for it. So close. Oh, maybe he can get it. Guess not.
I mean, can you blame him? We're delicious.
Delicious and sugar-free.
Delicious and caffeine-free. Yep. Anyway, about that remote.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 6th inning. Do have a Guaranteed Bank pitching change here. A call to the bullpen. Brad, tell us more about the new pitcher.
Yeah, Brant Smith out there on the hill. He's a sophomore right-hander out of Columbus. Played baseball at New Hope. He is had 9 appearances on the year. He does have 0 wins, 2 losses, as that's ball 1. And 12 innings pitched on the year thus far, giving up 20 hits, 14 runs scored, 10 walks, 9 Ks, 5.25 ERA, as that is ball 2 to Jackson Lee.
And we've got a quick meeting on the mound here after just 2 pitches from Smith.
Well,
and let's go ahead and hear from Guaranteed Bank, since they are our call to the bullpen.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back as the conversation continues, as Smith just 2 pitches into the at-bat, Been fighting that cough all day.
Yeah.
They finally caught up with me.
Well, it's that Adgerley season.
It is, man. It is. It's some kind of rough, too. So 2-0 is the count here, as this is Lee at the dish. And apparently,
they're returning the favor.
Yeah. I jokingly said, and I'm going to go ahead and say this. This is what I jokingly said. I was like, what can you do with throwing 2 pitches to get your coach to come out there and say something? Was he supposed to hit him? And apparently, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, folks. Anybody's watching, that is not what he told him to do. I'm being funny.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't think.
Especially in a 4-2 game, they would not do that.
Yes. And so that might be the first time today that Northeast has hit a batter, though.
I think it is. We've done all that today.
Yeah, we've taken care of plenty of that.
We've done plenty of it.
So now this will bring Ware to the plate. He tripled, drove in a run, and scored a run in his first at-bat of the day, and then struck out looking in his second. Bunt, lays it down. It's a beauty. Only one play, and it's going to be the first, and it's in time. So that would be a sacrifice bunt. 1-3 on the putout of Ware. The runner does advance over to second.
Yeah, great job by Ware to get the bunt down. Again, ICC with 1 out now has advanced the runner to second. Jackson Lee, who is in scoring position. Etowah struggled some here. Of course, we did break out of that in our last inning, but struggled a little bit with this here with runners in scoring position. Let's see if we can produce now with Jarrett Morris up.
Morris, 0 for 2 on the day, did reach on an error that allowed a run to score. Stole a base, but grounded out to short to end the fourth. Looks at that first pitch. Ball gets away, but a nice job to block that one up and not allow it to get away enough for the runner to advance.
Yeah, Hall kept it in front of him is what he did. He kept the ball in front. Didn't blocked it up good, but the ball was in front of him, just kind of rolled slightly down the first base line there. Not a chance for the runner to advance to third.
There's a flare out to the right side, and right fielder's going to be in trouble. No, he's able to run underneath it, and they're going to now try to tag the runner, and he will tag up and head to third. So a productive out as Thalt. So that first pitch in there for a strike.
Yeah, strike one. Got a 0-1 count here. Luke Wood, who did single his last at bat, and he flew out to short earlier in the game in the second inning. As that is ball 1-1 count here. And again, I'm hoping that what I've written down is correct, because as I told Adam in between innings, I have lost an inning somewhere in my statistics that I was writing down. As that's ball 2, and I think that's because I was hit by a pitch.
That's probably what it was.
And I've dropped out for a minute or something, and that's the reason why.
Well, no, what happened is your stats got hit by a pitch and knocked him out of there.
Laney is shaking her head at us up here as that pitch is into foul territory. Neither first or second is able to get to it, and they did dive, and, of course, the right fielder wasn't either, so do it all over again here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Really surprised Laney doesn't have whiplash after every baseball game as much as she shakes her head at us.
I mean, she does. She just literally says, look,
she's like, oh, gosh, here comes Gore and Boggs.
I cannot believe they allow y'all to be on the air of any form or fashion.
So 2-2 now is the count. Wood at the plate. Ball in the dirt, blocked up nicely there once again. Runner unable to advance.
Yeah, good job by Parker Hall again for Northeast there and blocking that pitch up that was in the dirt. That would have scored a run. Again, ICC does have a runner at third. That would have scored another run for the Indians and put them up 5-2, but excellent job. As the umpire says, well, I'll give you a little time here. I'm going to dust the plate off. Going to give you a little time to recuperate from what you did there.
So the count goes full now here to Wood. And there's strike. Ooh, wow. Wow. Wow.
Oh, that was good. There's strike. No, it's not. That's ball.
That is actually the first walk of the game by Northeast as well.
Well, what it does, it puts your runners at first and third now, and it does bring Hayden Roberts to the plate, but you still got 2 outs. Keep that in mind. But still an opportunity for Etowah here to put another run on the board in the bottom of the 6th, get an insurance run.
So Roberts will dig in here, as Brad mentioned, 2 outs in the inning. ICC trying to tack on an insurance run here. That one called a strike.
I got to give it back somehow.
Say if you're a Northeast fan, you're like, I appreciate the makeup call, but
a little too late.
A little too late on that one.
Yeah.
0-1 is the count here to Roberts. Roberts fouls this one back. We'll go 0-2 now on the count.
Quickly down here, 0-2, as you mentioned. Need to put something in play if you can. Either that or let's see if Coach Collier tries to do anything with the runners and the first and third situation here, knowing he's down 0-2 and 2 outs.
So winning the 0-2 pitch.
He does. He sends the runner.
Runner goes.
They're going to try to see if they can get him caught in a rundown. They are. Did not work.
Nope.
Cutoff guy picked it at short. So they were trying to see if they could get him caught in a rundown and get that run home from third. Unable to do so. Rightfully so with 2 outs and 2 strikes. Coach Collier tried that and just did not. Northeast did not go for that.
So 1-2 now is the count here to Roberts. That pitch inside, and 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Indy is looking for a clutch hit here to see if they can add some more runs to the board here in the bottom of the 6th, leading 4-2. This one fouled back out of play, and we'll sit at 2-2 once again. Good crowd making their way out to the ballpark today for both ICC and Northeast. Awaiting the 2-2 offering once again. Swing and a miss. Went back on that inside corner. Couldn't hold off on it, and a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning. We've played 6 in Fulton. ICC leads it 4-2. Down to their final 3 outs are the Tigers. Can the Indians find a way to win it and complete the sweep? We'll find out right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 7th inning. 4-2 ICC with the lead.
Number 4, Andrew Davis.
Yeah, they're going to ask Ty Wicker to go the distance here. And, again, he's allowed 5 hits on the day thus far. But Ty did come out. They do have someone getting loose in the bullpen should they need him. But, again, asking Ty to go to the distance here. Strike one.
That first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. This is Davis, which if you wanted somebody to lead off this inning, it would be Davis because he's 2 for 2 on the day. That pitch missing for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
He's the shortstop. Like you say, he's had a good game here, good second game, and actually had a hit the first game as well.
Pops this one up to the right fielder. Right fielder giving chase and makes the play and foul territory.
What a catch over there by Luke Wood in right field over there in foul territory. That's big to get that first out right there. It does get you back to the top of the lineup for Northeast, which will be Harris McReynolds here, but excellent job by ICC to get the leadoff batter out.
So now with one out, back to the top of the lineup, a big looping breaking ball hangs up high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Not only that, but those type of plays and that hustle and effort, that's how you stay in a Rick Collier lineup.
Oh, absolutely.
That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on here in the top of the 7th.
Guess what?
Hey, we hit another batter, and guess what? 2, 3, 4. The 5th batter of the game that's been hit just like game 1. 10 hit batters.
Unreal.
Over the last 2 games.
Unreal, and I'm trying to look back. Harris McReynolds did not get hit in the first game, so that's his first time to get hit today.
And he took that one off that inner foot, and
yeah, I know it hurts, and you got to walk that off, or they're going to check on him a little bit. But Christian Sprawlings is definitely taking the bulk of it, and who he's up to bat now. He's been hit 4 times today between both games.
Yeah. 4 times and 7 at bats.
Well, you got to feel like his odds are pretty good here to take another one.
And he does represent the tying run, and he did almost get hit with that pitch high and inside for a ball.
So the Indians are going to try to set up for the double play to end the game, if possible.
As this one popped up, Bo Rott's going to drift back in foul territory, and just can't reel that one in.
Yeah, it's kind of over the shoulder there. It's a tough catch to make, and it's drifting. And you got the wind blowing too. Tough catch to make there, but it is strike 1. No harm, no foul, because it did drop in foul territory.
So 1-1 now is the count here, as this is Sprawling at the plate. You got McReynolds at first, who was hit by a pitch. And that breaking pitch nips the inside part of the plate. 1-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good pitch right there by Wicker. Again, asking him to go the distance, and he needs to doing what he can to try to finish this thing up, and that one's in the dirt. Good job by Stone to block it up, keep the ball in front of him, and keeps the runner at first. Does run the count to 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Tying run at home at bat here for the Tigers. Check swing, and it's going to be trouble. Morris comes over and makes the play for out number 2.
Yeah, it's kind of another one of those oopsie swings. We've seen a few of those today as well, and it was a oopsie. There it is, and just kind of chop it out. Morris, excellent job there at third to charge that, field it cleanly, and throw over to first to get the second out of the inning. Does advance the runner to second, though.
And now this will be McNatt. He still represents the tying run. Hit into a 3 unassisted double play in his last at bat.
Take strike 1.
And that first pitch, breaking pitch in there for a strike. He's also got a sacrifice fly with an RBI and struck out swinging in his first at bat of the day. 0-1 is the count here to McNatt. 1-1 now is the count as that pitch drifts high and outside for a ball. Brad, how many hits did Northeast have in game 1?
3.
As there's going to be trouble, and it's going to drop, and they're going to hold the runner at third. And so that'll go for a hit there.
Yeah, 3 hits, 3 singles.
I got you.
Number 27,
and so that
Carter
was
Wells.
the 6th hit of the game there. And this will bring Wells to the dish. Wells is 1 for 2 on the day. He was hit by a pitch, and now Coach Collier wants to come out and have a word with his pitcher. Timeout with the tying run at first here for the Tigers with 2 outs in the inning. We're going to take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guarantee Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just a very brief meeting on the mound there. As we said, 4-2 is your score. 2 outs here in the inning. Tying run is at first here for the Tigers. We're in the top of the 7th. Game 2, ICC trying to find a way to hang on and earn the sweep of the Tigers. But here comes trouble as Wells. I was just about to say the leading home run hitter, and my goodness, he flipped the bat above his head, and he's going to be out.
Yeah, they tossed him.
Are they still going to count the run? It's going to be the question.
I know, but they did toss him. I saw him.
So they're going to count the run. And so now it's 5-4 as the umpire is going to talk this one over here as the assistant coach coming out to say something. Well, here's the thing. So what are they talking about here?
I'm sure they're asking about why he got thrown out.
Well, there's no doubt why he got thrown out. He threw the bat 15 foot in the air. You can't do that.
I agree, but I'm sure I'm going to guess that's what they're talking about. And I don't know that, but I'm guessing.
Well, I was going to say, here comes trouble, the top home run hitter on the team of Northeast, and, well, he did it. And I don't know what you could be arguing here. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, I guess that's the only thing I can think of that they're talking about is tossing him.
And so Coach Harrelson still pleading his case over there. Coach Collier's going to come out and talk to the other umpire to see what the conversation's about. Well, that's a rule. I mean, we saw it a couple of years ago.
Happened to us.
You know, anytime that you celebrate, and here's the thing. Yes, it was a big boy shot. Yes, you deserve to celebrate that, but don't throw a bat 2 stories in the air when you do so. And that's the problem. You see that on the major league level and things like that. Kids just want to duplicate what they see there. So the conversation continuing once again over there on the first base line. And so now the umpires are going to talk once again here. Now, what are we talking about? It's got to be the ejection.
Idea.
And now they're going to go to the book here.
Yeah, they're talking to the eject. He's out there, and I think they were saying he's got to go to the bus.
And now some of the Northeast players are chirping at him. So I believe that might have been McNatt that was going to get his worth on getting tossed, but Brad, what matters on that situation was that was a 3-run home run, and it's now a 5-4 contest, Northeast with the lead.
Yeah, it was a big swing. There was 2 outs. ICC looking to finish this thing up, and one swing of the bat like that, and you go ahead in the game. And so ICC does bat in the bottom of the 7th here, but there are 2 outs here, and 5-4 now. Northeast taking the lead with, like I say, 1 swing of the bat.
And the umpire's writing a Grisham novel out there on the first baseline. And
well, I don't know.
This is where we need an explanation. Like, the umpire needs to come talk to us.
Yeah, I don't understand what's taking so long.
And so now they're going to come talk to Coach Collier here on the near side.
Well, we're going to get everybody rewarmed back up when we get started.
As we're still awaiting the conclusion of this one.
But there goes, there he goes, leaving the field.
Northeast fans, rightfully so, cheering him out of the ballpark because he did just make a tremendous play for his ball club to put him up 5-4. And again, it's one of those rules. Here's the thing. That excessive, yes. Now, had he had just like flipped it up maybe just a little bit above his head, no problem.
But he is heading to the bus, and so that does.
Number 8, Kelly Crumpton.
Of course, he was in the DH slot.
Yep.
So shouldn't have changed anything defensively for Northeast here in the bottom of the 7th once we reach that position.
And so we're back to action now as this pitch is fouled out of play, as this is going to be Crumpton coming to the plate.
And Crumpton was hit by a pitch his last at bat.
And he rips this one, and it's going to be down the line, and it's going to be foul. 0-2 now is the count.
Two outs here, as you mentioned. 0-2 count.
That pitch in the dirt. I just text Ryan, the SID from Northeast, and I was like, any explanation of what all that was about? And he said that the player was ejected for the bat flip. And I was like, yes, I agree with that. And
why did it take so long?
And I said, why was the argument? He says, I have no idea.
So that one's popped up in the right field, and under it makes the third out.
Well, now the Indians have got some work to do here as they trail at 5-4. As we'll take a break and be back with the bottom of the 7th. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Ooh, these new Little Caesars Crazy Pops are fun size, and you can eat them anywhere.
Wow, they're packed with cheese and pepperoni.
Keep those hands at 10 and 2. Check your blind spot.
Take delicious Little Caesars Crazy Puffs anywhere for the incredible price of only $3.99.
Pizza.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, and we do have another call to the bullpen being brought to you by Guaranteed Bank, as we'll actually have multiple movements now, as coming in from third base is going to be Crumpton to pitch. So that means we'll also have a new third baseman coming into the game here for the Tigers. New ball game after a 3-run home run off the bat of Wales, who was ejected after the emphatic, impressive bat flip after the home run. 5-4 now. ICC's got some work to do here in the bottom of the 7th. And Brad, we look back at all those opportunities. We had a chance to push across some runs to get those insurance. We talked about it. And unfortunately, that's come back to haunt us.
Yeah, it did come back to haunt us. You still got an opportunity here, but Northeast is bringing in their closer. He's 6 appearances on the year, 1 win, no losses. Does have 3 saves on the year, 6 innings pitched, 5 hits given up, only 1 run scored, 1 walk, 9 Ks, 1.50 ERA.
So now this will be Jude Treadaway to start us off here in the bottom of the 7th. ICC, see if they got some flair for the dramatics here. Late in this one, that first pitch high and outside for a ball.
Yeah, ICC's got to find any way to get base runners, get them on base. Of course, a good way to start here. Again, the top of the lineup with Jude Treadaway. Had a big double his last at bat.
That pitch high for ball 2. 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Treadaway starting us off. Crumpton on the heel here for the Tigers. That one right down the middle for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Treadaway, Settlemyers, and Collier scheduled up here for the Indians. Ground ball, going to have to hurry. Shortstop finds it, throw it across the way, is in time for out number 1.
Yeah, good play over there at short. Again, Treadaway's got speed, as we've talked about. He comes out from the left-hand side of the plate, and that one was chopped to short. Short charged it over there. And that was of course, that was Davis over there for Northeast, and able to make the throw on the run and get the first out of the inning.
Well, here's Settlemyers. This guy's due. And stands in, looks at that curveball for a strike. As that was just a wicked curveball there. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, ICC trailing 5-4 after that 3-run home run in the top half of the inning by the Tigers. That pitch missing low and inside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, and of course, Northeast is playing. They're guarding the line on both sides. Third baseman basically playing the line deep out there. That's ball 2 for Northeast. Almost played him on the grass out there in the outfield, Adam. Both of them, first and third. But trying to prevent anything from getting past them there and into the corners for extra bases. Healthy cut, as you say, in your terminology there by Settlemyers, and missed it, strike 2.
Yeah, Settlemyers was trying to put that one at my house. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Got to guard the dish here, does Settlemeyer. Finds a piece of that one to keep it alive. 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, Crumpton took something off that. Good pitch right there. Good job there by Settlemyers, out on his front foot and able to just get a piece of it, stay alive. And, again, we'll do it all over again right here, 2-2 count.
So Settlemyers are winning the 2-2 offering.
Got him.
Jams him, popped him up.
Back.
And this one back and out of play. We'll sit at 2-2 again. I was like you. I thought that one popped straight up, but luckily it got back.
I guess I'm not seeing it good tonight, but yeah, I thought that one was popped straight up. But again, it got out of play. Luckily for the Indians.
So winning the 2-2 pitch once again here is Settlemyers. Ripped and gets past the shortstop, and Settlemyers will take the big turn, and that'll go for a hit off the bat of Settlemyers. And so now the tying run on the plate. On the base here for the Indians, and the go-ahead winning run at the plate here in Stone Collier.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you want if you're the Indians. This is what you want up the plate here. This is in the lineup to try to finish this out and either tie the game up or, better yet, win it, here in the bottom of the 7th with Stone Collier up. Swings at the first pitch, kind of out in front of that one, just barely got a piece of it, 0-1 count.
So as we mentioned, the tying run is at first right now for the Indians. There is 1 out in the inning. 5-4 Tigers with the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Collier at the plate. And Collier's hit, so now the winning run is on base. Tying run in scoring position.
Yeah, got 1 out again. Reminder there. That's going to bring up your cleanup and Bo Rock here. So, again, Northeast not sitting in a situation that they probably thought and wanted to be in at this point, but tying run in scoring position.
So Rock will dig in here. As we mentioned, tying run at second. First pitch missing low for a ball here from Crumpton. High drama here in Fulton late in the evening. 1-0 is the count. Rock at the plate. Tying run at second here for the Indians. Rock swings and misses. 1-1 now is the count.
Yeah, big cut by Rock there. 1-1 count, as you mentioned.
Winning run is at first for the Indians. Rock fouls that one off. Now the count goes 1-2.
Yeah, able to get a piece of that on the outside part of the plate. Fouled it off more toward the third base dugout out there. 1-2 count, got to protect the plate here.
So Crumpton looking to the side, gets the signal. Now set to deliver. 1-2 is the count here on Rock. Pitch coming. That pitch high, 2-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good eye again. Take base runners any way we can get them at this point. Still only one out.
As we mentioned, 5-4 contest here in the bottom of the seventh. Tying run at second here for the Indians. Rock fouls it off, but held on to by the catcher, and that'll be a Renaissance Bank strikeout. A huge one there for the second out of the inning. And now this is going to bring Lee to the plate.
Yeah, the Indians down to their last out here. Again, with Jackson Lee up.
And so Northeast wanting to make sure everybody's on the same card here defensively, sending in the defensive play. Jackson Lee at the dish. Runners at first and second. 5-4 Northeast with the lead. 2 outs here in the bottom of the seventh. Pitch, called a strike.
Yeah, and again, with Northeast guarding that line right there, Adam, at third, and of course Short is kind of trying to do his best to hold the runner on. You got a big gap over there if it can be pulled. That's foul back, 2 strikes. If it can pull it between short and third. Again, there's a big gap. Doesn't mean the run would score, but it definitely could produce a hit there if that was accomplished by Jackson Lee.
Yeah, you see it right there on your screen, what Brad was just talking about, that gap on the left side of the field. 0-2 now is the count here to Jackson Lee. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll do it. Once again, the Indians failed to push across any runs when they had opportunities late in the game, and Northeast comes back to win this one by the final score of 5-4. We'll take a break, come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report, wrap things up here from Fulton. Back with more right after this.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Well, as we say, when ICC and Northeast get together, crazy things happen. It was a 3-run monster home run in the top of the seventh that helped the Tigers rally to pick up a 5-4 win here in Game 2 to earn the split with the Indians after ICC picked up the 2-1 win in Game 1. And Brad, just kind of wrap your head around things here in Game 2.
Well, and we've kind of joked about the number of players at the plate that have been hit today, but Ty Wicker, unfortunately, had a good game. I mean, he went into the seventh, 6 2/3 inning, went into the seventh with that lead, and just with 2 outs right there, you had that big guy coming up for Northeast and in that DH spot with Wells, and was sitting on that pitch and drove it out and got the 3-run home run to take the lead, because ICC went in 4-2 in the seventh inning there with that lead. And so unfortunately for ICC, but there again, to me, ICC and Coach Collier is going to look back at this and say there's plenty of opportunities. Even with that 3-run home run, ICC should have already been ahead by more than 4-1 going into the seventh inning, simply with the opportunities they had to put with the runners in scoring position and all that. And yeah, I mean, when you're dealing with a rivalry, conference play too, on top of that, anything can happen. I mean, these are our neighbors to the north up there, and there's always a heated rivalry in any sport we play. And so, again, it produces good matchups. It's good for the crowd. It's a lot of intensity out there in any sport, but you never know what's going to happen when we play Northeast. And it's just always we get up, they get up a little more for these types of games, and you want to take that rivalry and come out on top. Unfortunately, ICC had the opportunity for the sweep today, unable to do it. We squeaked out of game one. I mean, that's just basically what it was. We squeaked out of game one with a win there because Northeast wasn't able to produce any hits. The only home run of the day was the game killer right there in game two. Again, unfortunate for Etowamba. They're down there talking about it, but they've got to turn things around Friday here, Adam, and play Southwest. It's, again, similar to SEC ball, as I like to call it, except we play midweek games against each other. SEC ball takes midweek off. We got to turn around and do it again. And so we got to play another conference matchup, another tough conference matchup against Southwest. Got to be ready to go, as does Northeast when they play this weekend.
Yeah, they've got East Central this weekend.
And that's definitely a tough matchup
big
right there.
Tough matchup there. So Northeast improves to 18-15 overall, 4-6 in conference play. ICC slips to 12-18 overall, 4-8 in conference play. Your final line in this one, 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for Northeast. ICC, 4 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the evening. So that's going to do it. Once again, ICC drops game 2 by the final score of 5-4, wins game 1 2-1 to earn the split here with the rivals of Northeast. Be sure and join us tomorrow back here on the Red Channels. We'll have softball against Southwest. That Guaranteed National Bank opening pitch, I'm going to say is at noon. If it's not, check Twitter or check our website, letsgoicc.com, to find out more. So that's going to do it for Dr. Brad Boggs, Raphael Henry, Cal Brown. I'm Adam Gore saying so long from Fulton. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time here on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.